Hello. My goal today is to cover the most important items to make sure that you are ready for a road trip. What happens if you start down the road? You find yourself stranded, unprepared, and tired. Well, today I'm going to tell you how to avoid those issues. I'm going to give you the information that you need for a successful trip. Hello, my name is Dan Hubert. I am a regular traveler. I do two major road trips a year. I do 1,200 miles twice a year. Being prepared for a road trip by packing early, checking the car, and getting rest is the keys to a successful road trip. Being prepared for a road trip is important. It could mean the difference between it could mean the difference between getting there on time or barely getting there. First, you're going to want to pack your clothes and your toiletries 1 to 2 days in advance. To do this successfully, first start by making a list. Do a little research. Look at the weather conditions of where you're going to be at. Look at if there's going to be any rain or snow or anything like that, and make your list appropriately. Then pack. Packing your clothes in advance will ensure you're not just throwing articles into the suitcases that you don't need. It's going to save time and it's going to save weight. By writing it down, you could have double checked it, and by packing a day early, gives you time to go over your list and go over the stuff in the suitcase. I recently took a trip back to Ohio, my hometown, and that's the 1,200-mile trip. Well, I didn't pack on time. I didn't even get a good night's sleep. In fact, I packed the morning that I was leaving. So, not only was I tired when I drove, I had to go and get socks. Had to stop and also get some underwear. It was not a pleasant trip, and it makes me reflect now how important it would have been to pack a day early, be prepared, and get that rest. Well, I just covered preparing clothes and toiletries and getting packed up. Now, let's move on to preparing the vehicle. I am going to share with you a YouTube link. This YouTube link goes to a video. It's 3.5 minutes long, and it tells you how to ensure your car is prepared for a road trip. It's very informative, and I hope that right after you're done with this video, you can move on and learn about how to ensure your car is prepared. Along with the link and how to ensure your car is prepared, you also need to put one other item together for your car to ensure it is completely prepared. You can use a small box or a small toolbox, but inside there you want to put a rag, a flashlight, and a tire gauge at minimum. If you also want to include a few other tools used in your vehicle, that's understandable. But when you're out on the highway and you stop for gas, you always should check your oil. That's why you need your rag and your flashlight. Always check your tires. Of course, some gas stations have tire gauges right there to pump and air, but if you have your own, you can just knock it out. Any tires are looking low. Also, just walk the vehicle around and check your vehicle. So if it is nighttime, that flashlight will come in mighty handy. Since we just covered how to prepare your vehicle, let's talk about being well rested for the trip. You want to ensure you get a full night's sleep before the trip and maintain a healthy balance of snacks and drinks during your road trip. The single most important aspect of being prepared for your trip is ensuring that you have a good night's sleep. Usually, a person is very excited to hit the road, so falling asleep can be hard, but get that rest. It will make your trip so much safer. Remember that Ohio trip I told you about? I couldn't sleep because I was so excited and I needed to pack. Not a good combination. Please don't share in that same mistake that I made. Packing water and healthy snacks are the best supplies to have on the road. Of course, those sugary snacks and that fast food can taste great, but natural, healthy energy snacks are so much better. Also, don't forget to keep hydrated. Ensure you have water, plenty of water. Well, we have covered all the items to be prepared for a road trip. Now I'd like to close. I have told you about the importance of packing early. Checking your vehicle. Don't forget your toolkit with your rag and air gauge. Getting that rest. Don't share in that same mistake I made. All of these items are important. They really are, to ensure you have a successful trip. Remember at the beginning, I told you, ask a question. What happens if you start down the road on a vacation and you find yourself stranded, unprepared, and tired? Well, as we said, that's the difference between getting there and on time and safe and barely getting there. So please ensure that if you're going to invest your money into a road trip, be sure to invest your time and prepare the bags. Make sure you got everything packed. Make sure you're prepared for the weather. Also, you want to make sure the car is ready. That it has some healthy snacks, has some water. Ensure you have all those items together, and I promise you, you'll have a successful trip. Thank you for your time listening to my video. I really enjoyed sharing with you. One thing that I really love to do is taking those road trips. Being prepared is important. Please heed this information, and also don't forget to look at this link. This will cover everything you need to know about ensuring your vehicle is ready. Thank you for listening to my speech. Have a good night.